Hello, welcome back to the channel. I'm going to do a bit of a different video today because I'm going to probably film this over a few weeks, put it all together and then release it at, well, whenever the time comes. But basically I have, as of yesterday, I handed in my notice at my full-time job. So I thought I would document sort of my feelings leading up to my last day and my plans and things like that, and then I'll release it just after I've probably I've left, basically. And then I'm so I'm going into full-time reselling effectively. So yeah, it's a bit of a shock. I'm still surprised and shocked that I've finally got to this point. So yeah, I thought I'd just sort of put some thoughts together and sort of tell you my plans, I suppose, as much as I know. But yeah, so I've got to give a month's notice. I've given just over a month, just because the way my job works is kind of there's a real busy time which comes to the end of the month. So I said I'd leave after that. So I don't totally leave them in the shit, basically. Yeah, so that is coming. So my final working day is the 28th of September. So a few things. I chose this time of year. I didn't choose this. I've sort of been building up to it, but I just thought best to do it in this time of year now, rather than wait until later in the year or after Christmas, because I thought at least if I do it now, I can have a run up to Christmas and try and just blitz everything and get as much listed and as much sold up to Christmas as possible. And also I have my mortgage, which actually goes up from next year, from January. So at least it gives me a good run up to sort of build up a bit more cash in the business, so I can start paying myself a bit more, hopefully. Yeah, so it's been a long process trying to get to this point. I last week, the week before, I actually took a day off of my full-time job while my son was at nursery, and my other half was actually, she usually works home, but she was working in the office that day. So I just had the day to myself and did a bit of packaging towards the end of it, but mostly I was looking at the numbers of what I've got and what's currently sold on eBay. Sort of I took it back from the year, basically, so back to January, sort of worked through from there, because that's obviously when I've been concentrating on books. So that's kind of the numbers I've worked it out on. I know it's not an exact science and there's no real way of calculating how much you're going to earn, but that's kind of, I wanted to at least put some numbers together to give myself a rough idea of, if say I've been doing, so I basically worked it out, I've been doing 2.5 hours a day for every day of the year, and then going forward, if I do 7 hours a day, if I had done 7 hours a day, I kind of worked out from that. Obviously that doesn't take into consideration weekends and holiday and that kind of stuff, but then it does take into consideration that I could be doing 9-10 hour days one day, and the next day maybe not so much. So yeah, it was just sort of something to at least get some numbers together and work out what I can potentially earn, and also I wanted to put some ideas together of other ways that I can earn, so not just from reselling on eBay, but other sort of business ideas. I watch a lot of business guys on YouTube, obviously like the likes of Gary V, who's not so much is a businessman, but he doesn't really talk about that. But like the likes of James Sinclair, if you've not watched him, his channel has just been taken off. But I was watching him when he was quite sort of lowly, but he's all of a sudden he's sort of his channel's shooting up. And they just, James Sinclair especially talks a lot about business and how to build businesses and things that work, things that don't work. So it's all buzzing around my head, and I've just got thoughts of how I can grow it outside of eBay. So a few ideas that I've sort of been pondering. So obviously I've got all the books. I find it difficult. I would like to have a physical shop at some point, potentially, but that could change. I think the way rates are and rent. There was a place down the road from me which I've seen. It's been empty for ages and it's up for sale actually, but the price of it is, I think it's about $500,000 just for this shop. And it's nothing special, and rent wise I think that might be able to rent it out as well, and I can't remember that is. It's like $1.5 grand for this, and it's a nice bit of town, but it's not like dead in the middle of town, so it's just stupid prices. So on that theme of shop space, I'm tempted when I do go full time to maybe ask around in the shops in the local area to see if they've got any shop space that I might be able to rent, and put some books in. So I've been trying to think of places where people might want to buy books. So I'm thinking like coffee shops, hairdressers, sort of places where people are sitting around not doing much, just could potentially spot my books, and then I might be able to get my brand, even if I don't make much money for it, get my brand out there and go from there. Because the other thing I want to try and do is build my website as well. So I'll build a website. So I'll be using my time for that, or I might get someone to do it. I still haven't decided on that. So yeah, that's a couple of thoughts. Another thought is what I've mentioned before, is like an antiques hall type place, but there's not. I might sort of look into that, see if it's something I can do, and if it's viable. Because if it's just books I'm selling, it might not be that viable unless I've got like hundreds and thousands in there, and they sell really well. But I don't know if they would necessarily. But again, there's something I can look into when I've got more time, which I will have. So yes, that's just some of my sort of initial thoughts. Obviously I've got YouTube. I'm now monetized, so I'm raking it in with that. But no, I've built that into sort of like my model, I guess, based on very, very low figures. Another thing I want to try and do more is Facebook Marketplace, so I might try and pick up some bigger items, although I haven't worked out where I'm going to store them yet. But yeah, maybe some bigger items and sell those on Facebook Marketplace instead. So I see a lot of stuff on Olio, and for free. It's obviously on the Olio app. So I might be able to get it off there. If something needs fixing or doing up, I might be able to do that and then sell it all back on my Facebook Marketplace. So again, I've built that into my sort of business model, I suppose. But it's just sort of all thoughts that I could potentially build on. Yeah, so this is my news. I thought I'm going to try and keep these short and maybe do one a week or something like that. Put it all together, and see how my thoughts are going towards the period that when I actually leave my job. My initial nervousness has gone. Now my brain is just whirring and trying to think of new things, and trying to work out if I need to get a load of stock or if I need to just try and list through what I've got first, and then I think that's probably what I do. So the first week is just try and blitz everything I've got, and give myself an idea of what I have got, and then try and work from there. And yeah, anyway, lots of thoughts. I won't bore you with all of it. I'll leave this there, and then I'll catch this up in a week or so to see any new thoughts or things like that, or anything that's come out since then. Right, so I thought I'd check in again. Got just over 2 working weeks left. I've actually got a week off in between. Can't remember if I said that before. So yeah, I'm starting to get a bit nervous. I think the nearer I get to that date, I'm going to get more and more nervous, just because it's all a bit of an unknown in a way, even though I've been doing it for so long. But yeah, going into it full time is a bit of a different kettle of fish, isn't it? So yeah, it's exciting. Everyone, people keep asking me how I'm feeling, and yeah, I'm a mix of excited and very nervous, and keep thinking about random things that I just keep thinking, if I've got a business, if I was to grow the business and then I was to employ people, how does that work? Do I have to get them on the books? How do I pay them? So many sort of random thoughts going through my head. Yeah, so there's still a lot to think about. And the main thing I keep thinking is when I actually start. So I finish on a Thursday. That's my last day, and then I've got a few days off, I suppose, in theory, and then I'll probably start on the Tuesday. I'll do some bits over the weekend as well, but Tuesday will effectively be my first full day on my own, doing what I need to get done. So I just want to try and blast through as much stuff and get it all listed, and I think I'll feel a bit better once I know there's a load of stuff listed, and then I've just got to worry about packing it and making time for that. I'm going to try not to source too much especially for the first week or so. Yeah, but it's been, I can't remember if I said last time, but I told my colleagues there's been a lot of query looks, and oh, okay, that sounds different, because a lot of them didn't know, majority of them didn't know I did this. So yeah, that'd be fun. But at the same time, I think if someone had said the same to me a few years ago, I probably would have looked at them and thought the same thing. But yeah, I think if I was just relying on eBay, then I think it will be a struggle. But I want to build on that and have eBay as kind of a base to start off with, and then build from there with other things. So yeah, but anyway, thought I'd check in. Still nervous, still excited. So that's pretty much the crux of it. You probably would have noticed in some of my more recent Carboot videos, I suppose around about this time, I don't know, a month ago probably, I've started picking up a lot more stuff. In my head I was thinking, don't panic buy, don't buy loads of stuff that you don't need, just stick to the plan, stick to books. But yeah, that's kind of, when I get to the Carboot, that kind of goes out the window, and I just think, buy. Which I don't think is a bad thing, as long as I can get it listed. That's previously when I've bought stuff, I've not listed it. So but this time I need to get it listed, need to get it sold, need to get it out. If it doesn't sell, then I just need to get rid of it, I think. So yeah, I think that's the main thing. I don't mind buying so much different stuff other than books, but I just need to make sure I do sell it. Yes, I'll check back in probably about a week or so. To you, it'll just be like that. Right, so I've just checked, and I think that was probably about a couple of weeks ago I filmed my last section of this. It's weird how, because I've watched it back, so seeing my first part of the video, I just look so shell shocked, and second bit I just look a bit more with it. I was feeling pretty shell shocked in that first video, but yeah, I'm feeling better now. It's sort of starting to. So I've got how many working days, including today? I've got 7 working days, but not really including today. So yeah, so not long really. Feels like I've got a lot to do. That's good. I don't mind that so much. It'll make time go quicker. Yeah, just a few things that are sort of starting to come to mind, which are good. Is I suppose things I need to concentrate on are storage. So I can get things listed, I can get things photographed, get things posted out. The thing that slows me down is my storage and my organisation skills, which I kind of have been aware of, and it's always been an issue in my life, I guess. But yeah, it's just something I'm sort of quite aware of now that I need to try and get sorted. So yeah, there's a few bits looking around my room. I'm trying to think of what I can do to improve storage, so I'm going to try and put some more shelving up, maybe in some gaps, and get some more my sort of bigger items stored up the loft, so I've got more room down here for sort of smaller items that don't get damaged and I can grab pretty quickly. And my desk is quite big in this room. It's something my other half actually mentioned ages ago, is potentially changing the desk, so that might be something I'll look at as well. So either picking up a second-hand one or changing this one, because I actually made this desk myself. So yeah, I might just shorten it or change it up, do something with it. I'm sure I can figure something out. And also I've got like a massive 32-inch TV that I use as a monitor for work currently. I might shrink that down and actually just use a 20-inch monitor or something like that, or maybe a couple of 17-inch or whatever works. I'm sure it'd probably be easier. So yeah, all little things like that I'm going to try and get sorted. I've been making some progress with selling stuff, or getting stuff listed at least. It's been a bit of a slowdown for the last week or two, not on eBay in general. Sort of have a good week and a not so good week, so yeah, that's fairly standard, I think, but I'm trying to get on top of it and try and clear as much room as possible. I mentioned in my last part of my video that I'm going to cut down sourcing, so that's not really worked. I put a message up on Facebook yesterday. I'll probably do another video on that because it hopefully will be quite lucrative. Basically asking for anyone that's got any books that they're looking to get rid of and they can't take them to a charity shop, or a charity shop won't take them, to let me know and I come and grab them. I've got a couple of people that I'm going to grab some off soon, so that'll be good. And hopefully that will just grow and I can just keep on picking some up that will otherwise go to waste, which yeah, I don't like waste. So yeah, lots of good things there, well, in terms of stock, but I've still got lots of stuff to get through. But I think, so if I can sort out my storage, at least sort out some way to put it in. I've mentioned before, but I've got some in boxes, and that kind of works well, but I haven't got many boxes and I am stingy when it comes to buying. I'm not stingy, I just don't want to pay out for boxes when there is probably tons of boxes that are going to waste. But it's just difficult finding those boxes, so I think I might just have to bite the bullet and pay for some to get storage done, and then I can move on and just get things listed. Then that is going to be the main thing, because that's what, when I start taking photos of stuff, the thing that slows me down most is figuring out where to put stuff once I've taken a picture of it, because I've only got a small space. So I turn around and if I've got nowhere to put it, I go like, I've probably reached my limit of stuff that I can, get listed and take photos of. So yeah, that'd be a good thing to get that sorted. Yeah, in terms of the actual sort of mood, I'm feeling fairly good and looking forward to getting started with it. Also still very nervous. You know, the more I sort of think about it and more I, you shouldn't compare yourself to other people, but it's difficult not to when you sort of see what other people are earning, and my levels just aren't up that high yet, but I know I can get there. It's just going to be a lot of hard work and determination to get all this stuff listed to get to that point. Yeah, but I will push on, and I think it's extremely possible to do. So I just need to do it, and then we'll see. If it doesn't work out, then so be it. But I'm sure it will. I'll leave that there and catch up in a week or so, maybe. Or maybe I'll do like one final part of the video before I put this live, and then we can see my final reactions to how I'm feeling. Yes, it'd be interesting to hear your thoughts anyway. I'll probably say this again in the next video, but just on how you've done it and how you think things will work, and ways around storage you found, and anything really. Yeah, it'd be interesting to hear from you. So please just drop a message below, and yeah, always happy to chat in the comments. Right, okay, so I'm into my last few days left at work of my full-time job. It's starting to get very real now and a bit nerve-wracking. I keep having moments of like, wow, what have I done? So that's fun and kind of to be expected, I suppose. But my other half has been brilliant, to be honest. She has been very supportive and just keeps telling me that it'll all be great, and I'll smash it, and if I don't, then there's other options for me out there. So it's been really helpful, and everyone's been really supportive. To be honest, everyone that I've told everyone's always gone, that sounds great, go for it, just do it, and then if you doesn't work out, then so be it, but at least you'll know. So that was kind of my thinking going into it. But as time's gone on and I'm getting close to that time, and eBay's just not been performing as well as I would have liked, and it's just doubts start creeping in. I'll have I might have a day which is just like absolutely smashing it soon, and I'll be like, yeah, this is a great idea, but then next day it won't drop it again, so who knows. Anyway, so last few days, looking forward to getting stuck into it when I can do it. I've got tons to get listed, so this is my shelf currently, and after probably a few days after this video comes out, I'll release another video, which is when I went to a jumble trail sort of the weekend just gone. Confusing at the timeline, but yeah, so you'll see I picked up tons more stuff, and I've got tons to get listed. It's just, I feel like I'm in a difficult period where I don't want to have too much stuff because I haven't got that much room, but also I don't want to not have enough stuff to to make enough money. So yeah, I've kind of gone the other way at the minute, where I've got tons of stuff to get listed, but also figure there's not going to be many car boots, jumble trails, that kind of things coming up through December, so it gives me all that time to get everything listed, and make some money, hopefully, to pay the bills, which is what I'm going to be doing. Yeah, so I'll probably check back in a couple of days' time. Literally, I'm hoping to, once I've sort of logged off for work and film a final little bit, and then I'll upload it that night, so then it's out there and everyone knows. A few people know, and a few people in the reselling community, and they've all been really supportive as well. I actually, Kev the reseller, if he watches this, hopefully he does. He's been great, and he's just gone full time himself. And watching his videos and seeing how well he's doing, he's absolutely smashing it and doing probably a lot better than I will. But I just know it's possible, seeing other people absolutely smash it. And he's not like completely over social media, and he does the odd video here and there to show what's happening. But yeah, I know he's doing really well, so fair play to him, and it does encourage me that it can be done. So yes, until next time, I'll see you in a sec. Right, so the time is here. I've officially left. I am now a full-time reseller as of now. I have got lots of stuff to get going with, lots of thoughts and ideas of things to do. Just yeah, finding the time to do it in between listing. Yeah, so here we go. This is when the adventure starts. So I'm hoping to. I can't decide whether to do more videos or less videos. If people are interested in seeing my journey and what's going on, please let me know. I might try and do some like maybe shorter videos, or maybe like TikTok videos or something like that, instead of too many long ones. But we'll see. I might find that I need the company to keep me motivated and going, motivated to get listing and keep my brain active and doing things like that. So yeah, exciting times. It was a bit weird leaving, but also not so weird. It was more weird handing in all my stuff, I suppose, my laptop and things like that. Yeah, so I've been there for almost 9 years, so it's a bit of a strange thing, and it'd be a bit of a culture shock, I think. But yeah, now I'm free to do whatever I want whenever I want. Yeah, so exciting, nerve-wracking, but really quite pleased as well. So whew, let's do it. Thank you for everyone for watching so far and for getting this far with it. I've sort of tried to break up a little bit so you can sort of work out what stages I'm at and things like that. Hopefully that is clear, and yeah, but let me know what you think anyway. One thing I have set up, and I'll leave a note in the notes below, whatever it's called, the description below. I set up a buy me a coffee scheme, which I've never done before. I've never really thought about it, but I thought it could be something that people might be interested in if they're looking to support me for whatever reason. If I've bought you any kind of value or entertainment, probably unlikely, but if I have at all, then please feel free. It's obviously not yeah, I'm not expecting anyone to really, but if you felt the need to, then please feel free. The extra coffee money will come in handy. I can put it towards some YouTube equipment or a coffee or whatever really. Yeah, I'm not expecting huge amounts, but the link's below if you were interested. I'll put this right at the end because I didn't want that to be the only reason. I just sort of something I thought I could add on extra. Okay, right, I'm gonna leave it there. Thanks again everyone for watching. Please give me thumbs up to show your encouragement, and it is possible if you want to do it. It's hard work. It's going to be hard work. It's been hard work to get to this stage. I've been pretty good at saving or investing the money that I've been making. So I've just not been spending any money I've been making. I've been investing and saving. So yeah, hopefully that's standing me in good stead for what's coming, which is me being on my own, going for it. If anyone else is thinking about it, please let me know. If there's anything else you want to know about, any kind of info, how I came about it, what I don't know, whatever you want, just let me know in the comments. And any kind of words of good luck as well would be very much appreciated. I'll leave it there, and thank you everyone, and I will see you soon. Thank you. Bye bye.